Hello. It's Monday, the 9th of June 2025. Welcome to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is all about competing in multiple series of mostly motorsports within Real Racing 3 update 13.4. And this is part 10 of that mini series. Now, I'm feeling a bit tired this evening. I don't know what's been up with me the last few days. I don't know if I'm coming down with something or there's something else going on. Anyway, I'm feeling tired. I'm shattered. But we're good. We're going to do a bit of racing. We should be fine. Right. Okay. So in the chat already, because I'm later than normal. White Pro says hello. Hello, White Pro. Welcome along. Good to see you. Not Me says, hey there, mate. How are you? I am very well. Thank you very much. I hope you are too. Not Me asks, can you try new Formula E event? Specifically 6.5 stage. With all the ones upgraded. Yeah. You see, this is the problem, right? People that are very good at the game then put a video out saying, hey, I can do it like this. And most of us can't. And I would be one of those. So, short answer to that is, can I do that event at that particular stage? Yes, not today. But in addition, I already own the car. So you can see there, I already own the car. I don't even know what car it is. We'll find out. No idea. So I can't really do it once, but if I was to do it once across the board, I pretty much guarantee I wouldn't be able to do it, or I would struggle. My understanding is the guy that's done it, or the guys, or people that they've all said it's hard. So if the people that typically get into Group A think it's hard to do it one across the board, it's going to be nigh impossible for somebody that only gets into Group C. I don't know when I'm doing it as well. So there will be sort of like just below me. I tend to put the schedule. Hang on, no, there, the schedule. And it keeps changing at the moment because there's just a few things going on in the background. So I think originally I'd planned to do it Wednesday, Thursday. It might be Thursday, Friday now. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if it's going to give me a day's worth. In fact, I'm pretty sure it won't give me a day's worth of free servicing, which is I always find a bit of a farce with motorsports because what you're going to do, carry on racing once you've hit the $M cap. I won't be. I'm not going to do that. So it for me, as I said, I think it's. I don't know how many stages there are. Nine stages. I mean, that's going to go over at least 2 days for me. Yeah. I will be doing it, but I'll be doing it with the existing car, whatever that's upgraded to, whichever car it is. I'll do it again. I'm not going to even attempt to do it one across the board. I think that's crazy, but that's just me. Oh, White Pro says it's the Formula E in the event is the Renault ZE Season 3. Okay, let's have a look. Season 3. So Formula E Season 3. All the way back here. I bet it's the first. Yeah, first season. Right, okay. So I do own that car. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that's the one. There you go. I've got 27 out of 29 upgrade. So I'll be playing it as a flashback event. I'll be just doing it to get the gold. So if people are doing it, I mean, in fairness, I wasn't as good whenever I did it back then. I would have done that with assists all on bar brakes, which would have been on low. And I would have been using the old style driving, so just braking. So my driving style has completely changed from then. I would be better. I wouldn't have to probably upgrade the car as far as that. But I tell you now, I don't think I'd be doing it one across the board. Because again, that's if it's an electric car, that's six, isn't it? Yeah, six. So I mean, that's pretty impressive. But I wouldn't be counting on me to do that. How I would always look at it is in terms of how I race, being sort of like typically a Group C racer when I fully upgrade, which I think usually means I'm in the top 5% ish, kind of, mostly, occasionally. Um, but you can see how much I struggle. Normally, that gives you an indication in terms of where you sit, what you'll be able to do it at. But I think achieving with one upgrades across the board is going to be nigh on impossible for me. White Pro says I got $132,200 to get from the cap. Okay, you see, this is it, isn't it? It's so close to hitting the cap on a daily basis. It is quite frustrating, but there we go. Now, another piece of frustration, seems that we're talking about things not working as planned, the daily adverts are still only paying me single reward. I've got no idea why it's doing that. All of a sudden, it just stopped working. So I've had 4 days of that. So if I was earning the maximum per day, which would be 20 gold, if it was double points, that means that over the last 4 days, I've missed out on 80 gold. And that does all add up. But as you can see there, current total 1,039. Today being a Monday, it does mean tomorrow we've got a new weekly time trial and a new online multiplayer tournament. So they'll get reset. There'll be cars with potential discounted upgrades, and we'll have a look at that tomorrow if I decide to do any of those or not. I think I will be doing at least one of them, and possibly the other might already be upgraded. So, yeah, roll on tomorrow, I guess. Right, back in one moment. Right, what I'm going to start with today, because again, this update, I tell you, it is pretty frustrating. There is a limited amount of stuff to do. Um, but we do have some stuff to do. So let's crack on. And therefore, potentially, some gold to earn. The Adventures of Two Dogs, Valentine and Judd, says, Good evening, Mr. Tony. Well, good evening. Welcome along. Good to see you again. I hope you are well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for saying hello in the chat. So I'm going to start off with the ultimate competitor, which involves the JSP 320, the Ligier JSP 320. So this series currently sits at 46%. If I get it over 50%, I get 16 gold. So let's start off with the autocross at Melbourne. Oh dear. Looks like still might do it though. There we go, 25 seconds, so that's the first. White Pro puts, I like to get my M dollars by doing 10 to 12 laps races so that I earn 100,000 plus, depending on if it's 10, 11 or 12 lap races. So in general terms, I do like to do a big race to get to the M dollar total as quickly as possible. The exception to that is like tonight, where I've actually got Series 2 Progress. So when I've got Series 2 Progress, I focus on them. But like yourself, if there's no Series 2 Progress, I would do some longer races if I do need to earn M dollars. And if I have the time, which seems to be less and less nowadays. But hey, that's how it goes. Right, so that should take me up to 48%. Next, speed record around the junior course at Monza. So this should mean 50%. I suppose the question is, do I need to start from behind the finish line? And my answer to that is, nah, we'll be alright. We'll be alright. I think. Maybe not. Oh dear. I could see me going off track there, so I went on the grass and ended up hitting the barrier, which actually helped in slow me down. So I just need Eric the engineer to fix the bodywork, which frankly is all he's good for. And there we go, that's a first. And White Pro says he's at 50% in the Bentley GT3 exclusive series. And that's the problem when you do only the 10 to 12 laps. If it was me, I'd be focusing on finishing the Bentley series first to maximize my earnings, not just in terms of M dollars, but also, I believe, in terms of gold. I'm not sure if that series pays out gold at the 25, 50, 75% and 100%. But that's what I would always be doing first. Racing the series that you've got open, and then when you have no series open, do the longer races. Yes, it takes longer, but you feel like there's a bit of a reward other than just hitting the M dollar cap. There's a completion reward effectively. So there we go. That is 50%. Gold sits at 1,054, and I've got close to 3.5 million. So that's not too bad. So next on the list, head to head. I like my head to heads. This one is hopefully a single lap. Indeed it is, around the Bridgestone circuit of 2008. Okay, there we go, into first. I will say this, I'm definitely getting on with the Silverstone tracks in general, especially the full Grand Prix circuit ones, of which there are two. This is the 2008 Grand Prix circuit, and obviously there's the normal Grand Prix circuit, or rather what's been normal for the last 17 years. Okay, there we go. That is the end of the lap, and we're in first. So White Pro's put, I'm doing speed snaps and short things right now, okay? Also, I have unlocked the Speed Rush TV challenge. Should I do it or focus on my Bentley? So long as there's no time challenge on Speed Rush, I would probably say focus on getting the Bentley done. But I'm just trying to think what the Speed Rush TV challenge is. I'm going to have to go in and have a look, because I've got no idea what you're talking about. Let's have a look. Where is the Bentley? Where is it? Is it in GT4? No, it's GT3, isn't it? So there we go. Yeah, I've got no idea what you're talking about. The Speed Rush TV challenge. I don't know, is the honest answer to that. Normally that's an event. White Pro says it doesn't seem to have a timer. I'd definitely wait then if that's the case. Get done what you've got open, and then you can come back to that. Especially if it's an event, there's a possibility you're going to need to upgrade a car in it, I suspect. So yeah, I'd just hold off on that maybe. That's what I would do. But right, I've lost my place where I'm at. Right, Motorsports, all the way across. Endurance prototype. The ultimate competitor. Tier 11. Next on the list. Speed Snap. Oh right, it's in road. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, what I would do first is update, get your $10 earned up to the cap, and do that in the Bentley race, and then I would decide what to do next. If I've still got a bit of racing left in me, that's what I would do. I didn't do that very well at all, but I still managed to get first. I wasn't really focusing then. I'm definitely not with it this evening, but that's a win. So we've done 5 races with this car, but I suspect after the Cup it will need servicing. And the Cup is the club circuit at Circuit de Catalunya. It's only 3 laps, but I still think that will be enough to result in the car needing servicing. I might hold off servicing the car because you never know, there might be an endurance in the next tier, and it's always worth giving the endurance a go even if your car needs servicing, but sometimes you get lucky and you only have to do 6 miles. Oh, it's the really short circuit. Oh, do you know what? I might have. I might even have durability left after this. Then, if it's only 3 laps, I'm gonna have to go some though to get into the top 3. That's 1 lap down. 7 cars to overtake, and only 2 more laps to do it in. I don't know, that's okay. I can already feel I've got 3rd. So I've got a lap to overtake the last 2. I'll take those odds. Oh dear, I'm not doing very well there though. Blind as a bat, smashed into him twice. There we go, still managed to get first. There we go. Okay, so look at that. Still have a little bit of durability. So I do think that makes it, oof, there's both a cup and an endurance. So I'll do the cup first, which is the Porsche Test Track, the dynamic circuit. I hate that circuit. The reason why I don't like that circuit is it's single lane, so it's hard to overtake on. 3 laps, hopefully it's only 6, oh gosh, and it's 22 opponents. Oh my word. Now this is a very hard track to get first in 3 laps. Oh well. I think I've done well to get to 10th in lap 1. So 2 laps to go, 7 cars to overtake. This is a very hard track. Ooh. Okay, already in 5th. So you see. See, now the problem is I'm focusing on racing, not my braking points. It's very hard to do both. Yes, I'm not going to get first, but an outside chance of getting third. Right, I think I can get third here. There we go. There you go. I think that's the best I can do. Aloe says, isn't braking point same as racing? Just on about where I would brake around the track. But welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for asking a question in the chat. Endurance. Yeah, I'm not going to get first. I doubt very much I'm going to get third there. It's worthwhile doing. I think endurance is you can get first with a car that doesn't need servicing if you're not connected to the internet. But if you are, and you end up with somebody recording a time of 17 miles, I don't think it's going to work. So I think I might knock that on the head. But then again, you do earn some M dollars, so let's see how we get on. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be getting a high mileage score here. Nevertheless, I am at least in 7th. Don't see me doing much better than that. Alright then, at least 6. I just can't see this car covering 17 miles. I'm only at 4.5. Oh, looks like we might get 5th. So I reckon we'll get to 4th quite easily, and then 3rd will be miles away and I won't achieve it. There we go, 4th is at 5.8 miles. Why do they have so many races in the dark when the tracks are not lit up? It's just silly. Yeah, I doubt I'm going to hit 8 miles. So, not even close. Always find it hard to judge where to brake as well on that corner. And there we go, just as an example, too late. There we go, 4th. Now ironically, if I was offline, the top opponent would only have 6.4 miles or 6.5 and I would have got 1st, but that's how it goes. So there we go, that's it for that car for the moment. I might come back later, we'll see how we're doing. Definitely not feeling it today, that's for sure. So we'll service that car. We have at least earned some gold. This series will be back tomorrow. It may be back later today, but let's have a look. And if we get to 75% in tomorrow's stream, we'll earn 22 gold. So yeah, something to look forward to there. Now, the next bit is a bit interesting because again, in terms of the series, there's not a lot open at this moment in time. But if I go across to Endurance GT Racing and scroll all the way across to the 2016 series, in my utter madness, I did decide to upgrade the Porsche 911 RSR 2016. It's got 1 race left to do in this series. Unfortunately, it's Le Mans, 7 laps. If I complete it, I get 33 gold. However, it's the same car that is currently in play in the weekly time trial. So I'm tempted to have a go at doing the weekly time trial, see if I can improve, and then before I run out of servicing, finish off that series. Aaron C. John enters the chat and says, hello and bye, I need to sleep. Well, thanks for dropping in and saying hello. Catch you tomorrow, hopefully. So let's see how we get on. Now, as always, I'm in C and well within C. I just can't quite get into Group B, which is me all over with a fully upgraded car. But let's see how we get on with this. You never know, something might happen. Then again, something might not happen. Yeah, I think I've done about as good as I can do there, haven't I? Sliding all over the place. Oh dear. Not to worry. No quicker that time. As I said, we'll have a few more goes. We've got a couple of more goes. See if we can set a faster time. I can't see me going 0.6 seconds quicker than my best time. But you never know. You keep trying and you find those little improvements. On I think on Friday's stream, was it Friday's? Yeah, Friday's stream, I think I knocked 0.3 seconds off my best time, so you never know. But there always comes a point where I feel like I plateau. And I think I might have just hit that point. Quit, no point carrying on. We've already got a good time. It's just whether or not we can improve. So soon, unless it's right towards the end, as soon as I pick up a penalty, I restart. Okay, see, like here, I'm up, but can I keep it? Can I add at each corner an additional 0.1 second? I don't think so. I'm not trying to be negative, I am just being, there you go, realistic. Another kick. So we'll have a couple more goes, might even be one, and then I go, no, that's the best I can do today. Happy with Group C, would love to get into Group B. Just not today. Just not today. Always accelerating too early and the car drifts. So people say, oh, you can drift in Real Racing 3. Well, you can, but you go slower. I'll tell you that for no. Right, final go, and then we'll do the Le Mans so we can earn some gold. Because it's obvious to me I can't go any quicker. Don't mess this up now. Oh, there you go. Oh my word, look at that. Unbelievable. You see, this is me in a tea. That's a fantastic improvement on the final day of this weekly time trial. And it is just short of getting into Group B. Oh man, look at that. 0.216 seconds away from getting into Group B. Aloe says the track is unforgiving. Indeed it is. But again, I'm quite happy with that time. That's a good time. That's not bad at all. I normally finish around 3,000. And look at that, I'm 2,800. So I'm slowly but surely, allegedly, improving. I'm for once top of my own team. But again, that just seems to be because maybe he's left. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at my team. Maybe my team has lost a member. No, he's still there. Zaid S. He's not set a time though. Maybe he don't have that car. It's a shame. Let's have a look. And obviously in Group C, I'm position 252 away from getting into Group B. Well, we'll have a couple more go. Seems like I've had such an improvement there, but usually when you have such a big improvement, it's quite hard then to match that. But let's see how we get on. I think we'll call it a day there for the time trial. It's a shame. That is probably one of the closest attempts I've had in getting into Group B. But there we go. 0.216 seconds away from getting into Group B. It does pretty much consolidate my position in Group C. So 50 gold will be rewarded on Wednesday. Nahid enters the chat and says, "Yo, welcome along again, Nahid. Good to see you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat." Now, we're still going to do a bit more of racing with the Porsche 911 RSR 2016. Now, I apologise to everyone watching because unfortunately, to earn the 33 gold in the 2016 series, I have to complete the race in tier 22, which unfortunately is 7 laps around Le Mans. So get yourselves a cup of tea or a glass of water, get yourselves comfortable, and let's see how we get on. Yeah, I'm gonna be sneaky. See, I'm still not in first, but I'm up there now. First lap incident is what they'd put it down to. It's fine. I was pushed off the track. It's a racing incident. Believe that, you believe anything. There's a couple of Ford GTs ahead, and the older version, and obviously tomorrow should mean a 50% discount on the Ford GT 2019. Now, I would never recommend buying a car if it's gold, but if a car has discounts on it of 50% in terms of upgrades, and those upgrades enable you to complete a series and possibly open up an exclusive series, I think in the game 50% is normally the best you can get in an upgrade. So it's definitely going to be worthwhile doing tomorrow, I hope. But we'll talk about that more in tomorrow's stream, but something to look forward to. Now, I'm already in first, which for you lot means that the next 6 laps might be a bit boring. But this is live, so I can't just fast forward it. Oh, hang on, I forgot to brake. Maybe there'll be a bit of interest if I do a few things like that over the next 6 laps. Nevertheless, still in first. But I reckon you're looking at another 18 minutes of being in the lead on the Snorefest that is Le Mans, unfortunately. The disadvantage of streaming these games live, every now and then you have a boring race. That being said, Mondays are also always slow. It's like the lull before the storm with the new weekly time trial and the new online multiplayer tournament. People normally are ready for the next set on a Monday. Looks like I braked just a little bit too early there, never mind. So Nahi says, don't worry, we don't get bored seeing you race. Well, that's very kind of you, sir. Is it because I crash a lot? It's because I crash a lot and go off track and swear and curse, isn't it? Well, that's fine. I do my best to entertain. I am so used to driving the LMPs around here, and the braking point in each of the corners is now earlier. No, is now later with this car, probably because it can't. It hasn't got quite the higher top speed as the LMPs. Mind you, it's not bad at 215 there. That's not too bad at all. So I suppose the next question is going to be, are we, oops, oh, there you go, there's me, that's me all over. Are we going to catch back markers? Whee. So Nahid says, a fun idea for you, try lapping the other races. Well, I will do if I catch them. This is, again, probably the worst track to be catching back markers up on, because it is so long. But then again, it's 7 laps, so you never know, we might catch a few up towards the end. So yeah, keep watching if you like that sort of stuff. Let's see how we get on. It probably requires me not making quite as many mistakes as I am making at the moment, but we'll see. Ayaka Yokota enters the chat and says, hello, how are you? I am very well, thank you very much. I hope you are too. Good to see you again. Oh, there we go. Just about got that break point about right there. So Eloise says, I hate this track. Well, I understand that. The problem is, it's just a bit boring, isn't it? I would not normally do it, but unfortunately, when I was obviously just getting the game set up in terms of being at a point to complete this series, I had no idea what the final race would be. So when it opened up at 98% and it was Le Mans 7 laps, I was like, oh, why did it have to be Le Mans? Le Mans is like what snakes are to Indiana Jones. Or rather, Le Mans to me is like what snakes are to Indiana Jones. Why did it have to be Le Mans? Oh, look at this, we're not even halfway through yet. I will say this, I've quite enjoyed racing this Porsche, it's not bad at all. Yeah, look at that, it is a 3 minute, 3 second lap, at least for me. I am 800 yards ahead of second. Did go off track there, through to 4. I do believe completing this to 100% will be well earned after this particular cup race. Shall we have a look inside, see what the car's like inside? Let's have a look. See, again, that's not too bad. That's one of the better views in the cockpit. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. A bit of skid in there. Oh. Aloe does add though that The Bugatti layout is fun though. Yeah, that's a much better layout. I prefer very much that layout to this one. There's just this is just too long. It's a proper endurance lap. It's not a racing lap. Which again is why the Bugatti is so much more fun. Lots of twists and turns and long straights and sharp corners. This unfortunately is just boring. But sometimes you don't get to pick the tracks you're racing on to get to 100% in a series, and this is one of those cases. Nevertheless, we are now more than halfway through this cup race. No sign of back markers yet. Got another 3 laps to catch them though. Only fair to have at least one skid per lap, keep the interest there. Yeah, quite a bit slower that time, 2 seconds slower than the last lap. 3 laps to go, I'm over 1,000 yards ahead of second. Oh, lost it again, and again, and we're back. So it did that section in 1 minute 1 second, and if bear in mind this is a 2016 Porsche 911, if you compare that to the LMP Porsche 919 Hybrid, the 2014 version, on this track, for me at the very least, I do it in 53-54 seconds. So it's a significant difference between this range of cars and the LMPs, and that's just in section 1 of this lap track. I believe the second section are doing about a 148, 149 with the LMP 2014. So look at the difference there, 2 minutes. Still not seeing back markers. Oh, might have gone too fast there. Oh, just about. Managed to hold it back in. Interest is fading away. I'm holding on though. Just about. Okay, 2 laps to go, 1,400 yards ahead of second, just about. One of these days I'll get that little chicane correct. So now he says try reversing just before the finish line. Alright then, I might give that a go. Puts it might be cool. Well, it's almost like rubbing the dirt into your competitors when you do that. It's like if you play football and you get to the goal line and you head it in from the floor. It's not particularly sportsmanlike, but if we've got plenty of time, I might give it a go. And if I remember, because you know it is a bit boring, and I do have a tendency of falling asleep and forgetting what I'm doing. Well, if we do remember, we'll give that a go. Have I done better than 2 minutes at this section, section 2? Yes, 1:59. .302 that time. Final lap. Almost 2,000 yards ahead of second. Still didn't get that little chicane thing right. Fortunately though, it's the final lap. Are we going to see any back markers though? That's the question. Ooh. Keep your eyes peeled, I'd say. Maybe not then. A 1:58. We are getting quicker. So here's the question, do we go for a fast lap or do we finish reversing over the finish line? Now, we probably would have done all right there, but let's see what we can do here. There you go. Here we go. First, which means another series taken to 100%. The car needs servicing. I did enjoy racing that car, so we'll add that to the good garage. A good car in the good garage. In other words, it's not in the shame garage like the McLaren Speedtail. There we go. 100% in 2016 season. Motorsports, unfortunately, still sits at 62%, but it can't be far away from getting to 63%. So what I'm gonna do, I really don't want to do, because I know how this works, but I've got to have one go. But one of two things will happen. I'll either go up to 8 gold or I'll go down to 6. So let's give it a go. I do think this is the right car to use on Monza. It's not the fastest, but those turns can really hurt some of the other cars. The question is there anyone to race with? So this will be the last race of this evening, but it might be a bit of fun. So Nahi says, aye, that was cool. Thanks for remembering, dude. You are most welcome. I don't always guarantee to be able to satisfy what people ask for, but if I can, I will. Oh, you see, this isn't good, is it? There's 2 of us. But then nevertheless, as long as I win, that should be enough to get into 8 gold. And if I don't win, it should be enough not to go down to 6. So fingers crossed he goes off track, because that's a hard car to manage around this track. See what I mean? See what I mean? Slow and steady wins the race. And let's be honest with me, that's what you get. Slow and steady. Alright, we might be alright here. If I can get this up to 8, I'll be happy with 8. Bear in mind, the last couple of weeks I've done pretty poorly and only got 6 gold. So if I can do better, and failing an absolute mess up now, this is in the bag. There we go. That might be a very good way to finish the stream. Winning a multiplayer race in the 11th hour. Fingers crossed that's taken me up to 8 gold. Now I have got 9 and 10 gold before, but as I said, the last couple of weeks I've only got 6, so I'll take 8 gold. Now if it puts me an amount just short of 8 gold, I won't be happy. It bloody well has. At least I think it has. Look at that. Unbelievable. It did that on purpose. It's forcing me to do another race. Yeah, I'm not so good at Dubai though. That's the problem. Oh, oh, now I get an 8-car race. Thank you. What's the betting I finished last now? Where was that? Around Monza, when this car would have won. Oh, I'm not happy. Not happy at all. Alright, okay, so we're in the mix at this moment in time. Just got to keep my focus. Don't push too hard. Just almost like conserve what you've got. Third will do it, but I am very close to fourth, unfortunately, so it's not guaranteed. But I would take third, to be fair. Of course, I'd take second, but go on. There we go. Surely that's third and enough points. So the game has made me work hard for the gold this evening. But I think that might be enough. So let's exit out at that. 8 gold. Again, now it's tempting me for 9. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it there. I'll take what I've won so far. 8 gold. That's the end of racing for today. So another series taken to 100%, and the Ligier will be back tomorrow, and in its series a potential of getting to 75%, and also we'll have a new online multiplayer tournament and a new weekly time trial, of which this week I've only just missed out on getting into Group B. Now, what I haven't done today, and I was umming and ahhing about doing it, and I've decided not to, is the what's it called? The Grand Touring Endurance Time Trial Competition. And the reason why I've not done it today is my expectation is tomorrow the Ford GT Le Mans will have a sale on its upgrades discounted to 50%. So I'll probably have a couple of goes on that, then hopefully moving this into C. I mean, I'm not that far away from C with a car not fully upgraded, but that will be definitely back tomorrow. So there's still plenty of racing to be done. Yeah, there we go. A shorter and sweeter stream. Some gold earned, sitting at 1,088. My reckoning is with the Ford GT 2019 being on sale, I probably will drop below 1,000, but it won't be by a great deal. But we'll find out in tomorrow's stream. All right, there we go. That is the end of racing for today. It has been a shorter stream because there's unfortunately, oh no, wrong bit. Unfortunately, in this release, there's not a lot of new series to race in. But we race when we can and we race what we can. If you have enjoyed the racing this evening, then please give the video a thumbs up or a like. And if you like this sort of content, then please subscribe to the channel The Fifth Guardian on YouTube, or follow The Fifth Guardian on Rumble. Right, with that being said, I hope everyone has whatever is left of their day a very good one. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for saying hello or commenting in the chat. It's always very much appreciated. Hope to see you all tomorrow, specifically, I guess, for a new time trial competition, the possibility of opening up a new exclusive series as well, and a new online multiplayer tournament. But until then, thank you and goodbye.